Alright guys, so I have a great video for you. I've been hearing a lot in the community that just the bullet bills are the kings and they are doing the most DPS, and to clear, any challenge tier 15 level content, you need to have a bullet build to solo it. But here I will show you an anomaly build that is insanely tanky and does a lot of damage, and you can clear gold with it, no problem. I'll leave you with the gameplay so you can enjoy it, and after the gameplay is done, I'm going to show you how to set up the build. So stay tuned. I'll get back to you once the
An
gameplay is
operating
done.
mechanism in the middle could be the way forward.
Alright, so let's get
Outriders,
down to the build.
there's a storm
I'm
coming
using
your
the
way.
gun called Twisted Mercy because it has ultimate vulnerability bullets. It inflicts vulnerability on your enemies and they take more damage when you hit them with it. Also, another option that you can go for more AoE damage is Shadow Comet perk. Fortress, we are going to roll on both of our weapons that we are going to be using because it scales on your armor and 50,000 armor, which is the base which you will have by default when you have level 50 gear. It gives you a 43% damage based on that. So at 50 armor, you're going to have a 43% damage. Coming down to the headpiece, Torrential Downpour armor set is the basis of this whole build, and coincidentally it comes with the 3 best perks that we're looking for in the build to have on all of our gear pieces. It comes with Anomaly Power, Skill Life Leech, and Cooldown Reduction, which are 3 most important perks to have, because obviously Skill Life Leech helps you insanely when it comes to survivability. You're going to have your health filled up instantly if a boss damages you or adds damage you. Anomaly Power again is the basis of the whole damage that we are going to do with our Shrapnel Grenade. The set bonus for this gear set is that your Shrapnel Grenades, when you deploy it, it deploys additional cluster bombs which each deal more damage. That's 121,000. That scales on your Anomaly Power. On how much Anomaly Power do you have? The perks that we are going to be using on this piece is more traps, because obviously it gives you 1 more Shrapnel Grenade, which is our main DPS source. And Untamed Power, in my opinion, is probably one of the most underrated perks in the game, because that 48,400 damage that you see happens every time that you deploy a Shrapnel Grenade or your turret or anything. So it scales a lot, and also on Fortress, so you're going to be doing a lot of damage when you check your stats in the end of the game. Chest piece, we have Trap Cluster. It doubles the number of Shrapnel Grenades that you can throw, and it is very important to have, and it comes by default on the chest piece. Now supplies, again, are 1 more additional cluster grenade that you can throw. Coming down to the pants, Circle of Power is a very good perk, and it comes again by default. It boosts your resistance by 15% every time you use a skill. So we are going to be having this up all the time at 3 stacks because we have so many skills that we can deploy all the time. More damage, again, by default. I was lucky I got it on this pants. I don't know if it comes by default or not. The Shrapnel, it deals more damage with every time you throw it. Gloves, you can use any gloves, just make sure they have anomaly damage and skills life leech. Cooldown reduction, if you have it, it's even better. I didn't have it, so I'm using these. Euthanizer I'm using because it actually helps with the DPS in a way that your turret is going to be applying toxic effect to every enemy that you have around you, and you can have it up all the time when you're playing because the cooldown is so low and it stays for a very long period of time, so you're going to have enemies around you infected with damage, and toxic effect is very good for that. Now Shrapnel, again, it is a perk that just rolled on here. I'm using it, you don't have to use it. Fine tune just increases the range of your Shrapnel grenade, so that's not a major perk that you have to go for. Boots, again, you can use any boots. I'm using these legendaries because I got the perks on them that I was looking for the build, and I just threw it together. And Ready for Anything comes on it, but you don't need to use it because you're not going to be doing any critical damage to elites. Power Simulation, however, is a very, very good perk to have. It comes on level 3 armor pieces, that's legendaries, but again, 11,000 damage multiplied by 4 or 5 elites present on the field, you end up doing a lot more damage because your Shrapnel damage scales on your anomaly damage. So 11,000 multiplied by 3 or 4 elites that are on the field, that would insanely scale your anomaly power. So the skills that we're using is obviously Shrapnel because that's our main DPS source, Cold Snap to have some AoE control over the enemies, and Blighted Turret. This will put out a lot of damage based on the decay and the toxic that it would apply, and decay, every time we activate it, we get bonus damage from a class tree. The class tree is pretty basic. It's a bottom tree demolisher. You can use all the perks that I have here. You can just copy it. I'll leave it on the screen. The basis of this is the transfusion, for the survivability. Also, we are going to use ordnance because every time you use it, it increases your armor. Again, helps you for survivability. And then enemies below 30%. The wipeout perk is very good. You have your elites, big bosses. Once they go below 30% health, they take 20% more damage. Also, this perk is very nice to have because every time you throw a turret that's a decay skill, it's going to increase your anomaly power by 30%. And we are going to have this up all the time while we are playing because the cooldown on our turret is very low. So yes, that's pretty much it. You can copy the skill tree, and I hope you have fun with the build. And if you have any suggestions or how I can improve the build, please post down in the comments below. And if you like the build, please leave a like. This is one of my very first videos that I'm posting on Outriders, and I hope to bring you good quality content whenever I find something is worth posting. Thank you and have a nice day.